And now, Death Valley Days. Howdy, folks. I'm the old ranger, and I have another interesting true story for you about the historic Death Valley country. In the year 1881, 3 prospectors discovered horn silver in a range of gaudy-colored mountains south of Death Valley. A stampede started, and a mining camp of Calico was born. A camp destined to produce some $80 million worth of bullion and a famous citizen, remembered today as the Calico Dog. This is how Calico looked in 1883. The usual quote of saloons, restaurants, and assay offices, and a newspaper called the Calico Print, published once a week and read by everyone in the town who can read.
Hey, whose dog is that?
Belongs to a couple brothers named Chapman.
Kind of a special service, huh?
I'm leaving my heavy stuff here for the time being.
Sure, you can come back and pick it up after you settle. Colonel brought the paper.
Playing no favorites, huh?
He knows we've got a joint subscription.
Joint subscription, joint bank account, joint mining claim. Do you realize, Johnny, that this is the first time we've ever gone our separate ways?
When you fell in love with Nancy, that did it.
If it wasn't that I want to get married, I wouldn't be taking this job now over at Bismarck. But I gotta grab a chance to make more money.
Sure.
You don't mind my leaving you here to work the claim?
Maybe I'll succeed in selling it.
That'll be the day. Look at Colonel. He's listening to every word we say.
He's wondering what's going to happen to him with us parting company.
You're staying right here in Calico, Colonel, with John.
There's no reason why you should be the one to give him up, Dave.
Well, you got a place to keep him here. I don't know what my setup will be. Maybe just a dugout.
Be glad to keep him. He'll be company for me with you gone.
Well, goodbye, Johnny.
Good luck, kid.
Well, I'm going over to say goodbye to Nancy. You want to go, Colonel? I better get going if I want to make it before dark.
Where's your pack?
It's on the doorstep. Colonel's guarding it. He knows I'm leaving and he's not very happy.
You and me both, Colonel.
I wish I could take you with me, boy, but, well, it's better you stay here. Keep John company. I'll come back and see you. You be a good dog now, huh, boy?
Dave, really?
What's the matter?
You're making more of a fuss over leaving Colonel than you are me.
Nancy.
Well, it's certainly taking you longer.
Well, you gotta make a dog understand.
And a girl, I suppose you don't.
All right, Colonel. Go home. Go home.
I'm sorry, Dave.
Oh, that's all right, honey. Goodbye, darling. I love you.
Goodbye, Dave. Take good care of yourself.
Hello, dog. Where'd you come from? Sorry, hotel's full up.
Colonel, for the love of Pete, how'd you ever get here? John come with you? My gosh, I'll bet you came all alone.
He belonged to you?
I left him with my brother over in Calico 5 days ago. How'd you ever track me over here? You know, that was a bad dog to run away. John will be worried about you. I gotta take you all the way back. I can't get away till Saturday night. Surprise!
Dave! Oh, I didn't expect to see you so soon.
You glad?
I couldn't be gladder. I was sitting here feeling so lonesome. You know how it is on a Saturday night. You brought your dancing shoes.
Sure, we're gonna step out.
Oh, this is wonderful.
Just let me go over to John's first and set his mind at rest. About Colonel.
Well, what about Colonel?
He followed me over to Bismarck 3 days ago. This is the first chance I had to bring him back.
So that's why you came.
Well, I know John will be having fits thinking maybe he was hurt or dead.
Honestly, the way you two carry on about that animal.
Haven't you ever had a dog, Nancy?
As a child, certainly. But I didn't make a fool of myself over it.
Well, I'd hardly say we do over Colonel.
You put him before everything and everybody.
I believe you're jealous of Colonel.
And whose fault is it if I am?
Nancy, I thought you had more sense. Now, if it was another girl I was fond of...
I wouldn't mind as much. I could compete with that. But how can you compete with a dog?
You can't, so don't try.
Well, you admit, then, the Colonel comes first with you.
That's the most asinine remark I ever heard you make.
Don't bother to come back.
If that's the way you feel about it, all right. Come on.
You're making a big mistake not taking up my offer.
Look, Grimes, you want our claim. You need it to get access to your own. But you're not going to get it for peanuts.
I can wait.
Well, don't wait too long. Someone may beat you to it and leave you high and dry.
Wouldn't you be surprised if you was the one that got stuck?
I don't want to hear any more of your threats.
What?
Dave! I thought it was Grimes. Oh, so the prodigal has returned.
He tracked me over to Bismarck.
I figured that's where he disappeared to. No, sir, none of the fatted calf for you.
Well, maybe I could manage a little bacon line.
I saw Grimes leaving.
Yeah, he's trying to beat us down again. I told him where he could go.
You've had no other offers?
Not yet. Come on, boy, beg. Come on.
Johnny, you ever hear of a girl being jealous of a dog?
Nancy?
Yeah. She admits it. Nothing would please her more than for me to get rid of Colonel.
Can't do that. He's mine as well as yours.
Well, I could give him to you altogether. But I wouldn't.
Wouldn't do you any good. He'd track you down and find you just like he did this time.
Would you, Colonel?
Now that he's found his way to Bismarck, he'll be dividing his time between us. You wait and see. It's a deal, sir.
Well, good. All right, just put your John Hancock on these papers, and I'll make you out a check right now.
It'll require my brother's signature, too, as joint owner.
All right, get him to sign the papers and bring him around to my hotel.
How long will you be here in Calico?
I'm leaving on the late stage today.
That's only 3 hours from now.
2 hours and 50 minutes, to be exact.
But my brother works in Bismarck.
Oh, do you think you can get over there and back this afternoon?
It's necessary.
Well, I'm afraid it is. You see, I have to have all the papers in hand to all the properties I've purchased when I report to my company in Frisco.
I better get going right away.
I'm sorry to have to push you like this.
It's all right, sir. See you later.
Right.
Who is it? Oh, Eddie, I was just leaving.
For Bismarck? Well, don't.
What do you mean?
Grimes is laying for you, Johnny.
Grimes?
He's going to see to it that you don't make your deadline this afternoon with that mining man from Frisco.
What do you know about that?
Never mind, I know.
You newspaper man.
He's hired a couple of hombres to hold you up on the trail, get the papers from you.
There's no other way to Bismarck but the main trail.
No? If you trust me with them, I'll take the papers to Dave.
Now, Grimes knows you're a friend of mine. You're too great a risk. Colonel. Colonel could take him. He travels all the time between Bismarck and Calico. Knows every inch of the trail. I'll put these papers on him. Nobody ever suspect. All right, Colonel. Find Dave.
Somebody's coming. Get ready. It's only a dog.
Why, hold there, dog.
Stagecoach leaves in 90 minutes, Colonel. So don't you dally with any lady friends along the way. Now skedaddle.
Here comes that blasted hound again. Here, Prince. Rover boy. Come on, Fido boy. His name's Colonel. Colonel? Well, that's Chapman's dog. Hey, Colonel. Colonel, come here. Colonel, come here, you.
Signed, sealed, and delivered.
Well, good. Here's your check.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
My half of the proceeds. A pretty nice nest egg, huh?
$6,000. I've never seen a check for such a big amount.
Now we can get married. There's nothing to stand in our way now. Not even Colonel.
What do you mean?
Well, after all he's done for us, well, you certainly can't harbor a grudge against him.
Dave, I've never held a grudge against Colonel. He's a nice dog.
Nice? Why, he's the smartest, bravest, most loyal. Well, anyway, I knew you'd come to your senses. $6,000 for me and my bride. Well, when will it be, honey? You name the day.
Dave, I do love you. Though maybe I haven't acted like it.
Oh, if you're worrying about that little spat we had, well, forget it. It's all over and done with.
But it isn't. I still feel the same way.
About Colonel?
I'm ashamed of myself. But I might as well admit it. That dog will always come between you and me.
How can you say that after all he's done to bring us together again, to make it possible for us to get married?
Maybe you'd like him at the wedding.
Well, you're darn tootin'.
Would you like him to stand up with you?
John'll do that. Look, Nancy, are you deliberately trying to pick a fight with me?
I'm just trying to be honest with you, Dave.
You don't love me. You don't want to marry me. And you're using Colonel as an excuse. Just about the silliest excuse I ever heard of. Well, get this straight. I'm not giving him up for you or anybody else.
I haven't asked you to.
Last time I left here, you told me I needn't come back. This time I won't.
What you doing, John?
Send a copy of the paper to my brother in Bismarck.
Say, you don't suppose he'd take a message from me at the same time, do you?
Sure, if it's written out.
Good. Let me use that pencil. I've been trying to get word to a fellow over there for a long time, and this you sure saved me a trip. Last time I sent a message over there, the guy plumb forgot to deliver it.
That's the advantage of a dog. He's got no pockets.
There you are.
Okay.
Here's your pencil.
Okay, Colonel. Fine day. Yeah. Puppy Express.
Yeah, Puppy Express.
Hi, Colonel. Come here. He won't never stop to play when he's delivering mail.
Mail?
Sure. He goes back and forth to Bismarck all the time, delivering letters for people. Didn't you know that?
No, I didn't know that. Thank you for telling me, Butch. Hello, Colonel. Come here, I have something for you. Please? It's a letter for Dave. It's a love letter, so don't you dare lose it or let it fall into anybody else's hands.
She's asked me to forgive her. She says she loves me. She says she'll marry me if I have a dozen dogs. Hey, you wouldn't pull a trick like that on us. You'd better get some rest now, because I'm going to send you back to Calico with my answer tonight.
I had to stop in on my way to work and tell you how glad I am that you and Dave have patched things up.
Well, how did you know?
I had a letter from him in the same mail. He, asked me to stand up with him at your wedding Saturday night.
This Saturday? Then he meant it. He said he wasn't going to wait any longer. Oh, my goodness. How can I ever get ready?
Well, do I pass inspection as best man?
Well, you could use a shave and a haircut.
Going down to the barber's right after supper.
Got a clean collar?
Sure I have. Brand new celluloid. Hope it doesn't melt in this infernal heat.
Yeah, it sure is hot. A lot of dark clouds piling up there in the east.
Now, you know these desert storms, they never cool anything off.
All my ore samples and my mining supplies, but I'm sure lucky to get away with my life.
Funny. We didn't get a drop here in Calico.
Well, that's the way it is with these cloudbursts. They hit in one spot and zowie.
Been a washout between here and Bismarck. Looks like there won't be any wedding tonight.
Dave wouldn't let a little thing like that stop him.
A little thing. The trail's plumb gone. You know that sharp bend in the neck of the canyon?
Yeah?
There's nothing there now, just a sheer drop right straight down.
I gotta get word to Dave.
Oh, he'll discover it himself.
In the dark, rushing to get here? Not likely.
John, where's Dave?
Dave's been delayed. There's been a washout on the trail. Thought I'd let you know.
Where are you going?
Head him off.
John, wait.
No, there's no time to lose, Nancy.
Then it's bad. He could be hurt or...
Now, don't worry. Everything's gonna be all right.
I'm going with
No.
you. I'm going.
Come on now. Nothing beyond here but canyon wall.
We'll have to go around.
Heaven knows how.
We'll find a way.
Take hours in the dark.
Colonel, could Colonel make it?
Anybody could. Come here, boy. Find him.
Find him, Colonel. It's the last thing you ever do. Find Dave.
Go get him. More coffee, Nancy? Why don't you go home and get some sleep?
This is where Colonel will come. If he comes back.
I'll let you know when he does.
I'd rather stay if you don't mind.
Of course not. Coffee, Eddie?
Did you say whiskey? Yes. There's a note tied to his collar.
My note to him.
Oh, Colonel, you didn't get through.
Wait a minute, there's some writing on the other side. Dave's writing.
What does it say?
Just 2 words. Good dog.
Good dog, Colonel. Good dog.
Folks in Calico are mighty proud of you, boy. I don't mean just me, but Dave and Dave's wife. Everyone in camp is grateful to you for your services. And they think it's high time you had the recognition you deserve. So from now on, you're appointed official postman on the run between Calico and Bismarck. All right, Dave. We sent to Los Angeles and had this made especially to order for you to carry the mail. Help me put it on, Dave. In honor of your new job, you're being rechristened. So Dave and me, you'll always be Colonel, but your new name's after the Postmaster General of the United States, Dorsey.
Dorsey remained the official mailman between Calico and Bismarck for some years, until the camp of Calico folded. And then did he retire? Not at all. He was transferred to a mail route in San Francisco.